while I was doing the local morning news in Los Angeles, Primera Edición, somebody from the network watched me. And they watched me because they had jet lag. And they turned on the TV in Los Angeles. That's the story they told me. They wanted to produce a morning show for the network. And they saw me improvising, and they thought that I could do the job. So they offered me the job, and it was great because I was going to go on my second year on American television to go from a local reporter to a national anchor. And I said, of course, I said yes. And I had to move from Los Angeles to Miami to start doing the morning show. And the morning show in the network was great because I went from local news and from local politicians and from local issues to national and international issues. And that was precisely what I wanted to do. I felt much more comfortable covering national news and international news. And that other show, Mundo Latino, for the national network, gave me that opportunity. So I kept on improving on my interviewing skills and on my improvising skills. But more than anything, that was the possibility for the first time in my career to talk to important people, to presidents, to the mayor, to senators, to people who had an influence, and also to do what I hated to do, which was the entertainment part of television. I had to do cooking segments, and I had to dance, and I think they wanted me to sing, and I never did. But it was not easy. It was a complicated time. However, I knew that it was going to give me exposure, and it was going to give me experience, and that's precisely what happened. So I was doing that for, the schedule was terrible. You had to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and work for 2 or 3 hours, and then just keep on getting ready for the next show. But about 10 months into the job, there was a crisis within the network. Many correspondents left to create what right now is Telemundo, the Telemundo network. And they needed an anchorman for their evening news. And it is not that I was the best prepared or that I was the right person for the job. I was the only one back then. I was the only male ready to do a national evening news. And that's why they chose me. It is not that I was only 28. Yeah. It was November 6, 1986. And I became a national anchor at 28, probably one of the youngest in U.S. history.
You were the youngest.
Yeah, without any experience. I didn't know how to read the teleprompter. I had never talked to a president in my life. And I started doing that newscast with Teresa Rodriguez. And I still remember her red fingernails because she would help me with the script, following with her fingernails the script while I was trying to read the teleprompter so I wouldn't get lost. I was definitely not prepared to be a national anchor. I was not the right person, but at the end I was the only one. And I always had the feeling that that week was going to be the last one. So I started doing it for 1 week, and then it was 2, and then it was a month, and nobody ever told me that I was going to keep that job permanently because they were obviously looking for someone with more experience than me. And so I just kept on reporting, and back then we were covering the wars in Central America, in El Salvador, in Honduras with the Contras, and in Nicaragua. And that was something that I felt comfortable. So I think that gave me the possibility to prove that I could be not only a good reporter, but a good interviewer and a good anchor.